Good guys, my name is Lord Tomo. Welcome again to another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collect review. As you already know, we have Sonic the Hedgehog and I'm Lord Tomo. Let's introduce his friends because Sonic is no longer important in this actual series because that's not how we roll here. Yeah, not gonna sing. This is Tails Mile Per Hour. That's his full name. It's a play on, mile per hour. No real surprises there. Some trivia for those who may not know. And this is, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog sidekick for the most part, anyway, depending on what side of the spectrum you're on in the debating argument, which isn't really a debating argument. There's 5 in the series. There's, as you can probably see, on his tag you have Tails, Amy, Knuckles, Sonic, and Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, essentially, this was a prize in Europe for some, I guess, not convention, but like some prize you could win in some sort of arcade-esque sort of area where you can basically, I don't know, use the clock to pick it up or something like that. I'm not 100% on the details. My guess is it's from some sort of theme park or whatnot, but you could win it. As to how, I'm not 100% sure. Somebody knows, let me know. And it was from Sega Prize Europe, so somewhere in Europe. I'm guessing predominantly in the UK, so that's obviously nice to have. This is, of course, one of the 5. I'm going to split it into 5 reviews as they all deserve their own unique review individually. That and the fact that I don't want to do it as a collection as the review itself might be long. That and the fact that, some people might have a preference of one plush, you have another one, and what's more or less to get their opinion on that. So this is more or less the main reason. Enough about that. Let's check out his tag because that's important. So on his first tag you get 2 halves. You get the first one which basically states what sort of plushes you can collect, and then the back you just have the Sonic the Hedgehog running around because that's what it is. On the other tag you just have the standard obligatory Sonic the Hedgehog, modern Sonic the Hedgehog running, and you have Tails, and you have a kind of like a semi-biography saying a few things about him. He's age 8 and he's about 20 kilograms or 44 pounds libras, I think it's in the UK or the US or wherever it's from, who knows. Anyway, so let's get into his actual face because, oh holy, is this plushie one of the best. I'm not a heavy plushie collector, for those who may or may not know, simply because I'm pretty meticulous in terms of what I collect in terms plushie wise, because there's a lot of, dare I say, crap out there. There are a lot of course, reviewers that do every single plush out there. You can definitely catch them out, but this one is definitely something I picked up and I was like, I gotta definitely let the people out there know about it. His eyes. This is modern Tails the Hedgehog. The retro basically has black eyes. This one has black with blue around it and a little shade of white there just to give them more character. Awesome, impressive. You have his basically eyes, you have his nose, you have his mouth. Now most plushes don't necessarily have this, but you have his whiskers on either side. Oh, I'm loving this. You even have his little chest hair, which I kind of find ironic. I know he's a fox, but you would think Sonic has chest hair, not Tails, kind of because he's older and Tails isn't. I don't know. Yeah, have his little cockatoo tutu, his rooster-esque sort of fringe. Awesome, pretty cute, pretty adorable. You can mess around with it if you want. You have his ears, of course. You have a boarding effect where basically they have actually taken the time to put the white in the inside and actually like a boarding yellow-esque sort of siding it around. Awesome. Not a lot of plushes do that. I don't know why, but they don't really care. This one does. On his back he's got nothing but of course his stitching head. His head is so fluffy with so much stuff in it. On his back, what makes Tails Tails? Well, funny enough, he's Tails. The only small nitpick, other than him having his tag on his hand, which is kind of tedious and annoying for collector's reason, I would have preferred it here, is the fact that his Tails doesn't have enough oomph to it. I don't know if it's my one in particular, but I would have preferred to have more kind of stuffing in his tail, especially in the bottom bit, just to give him more character. But I figured if they did it, it would more or less just stick out like this and it would look weird. Of course, Tails' idea is meant to like flip around, so you could argue that's more or less the reason why. I think so. Each tail is unique in the sense that the little engraving there is kind of not symmetrical, which is awesome. Follows through, and I'm on the absolute side just to give them that character and the helicopter-esque sort of aspect to it. So that's him just twist his tail front up. Well, I do like it is in terms of proportion. His tail is pretty long on either side, so it technically could work in terms of aerodynamics. I'm guessing, I'm not 100% sure on this, where it basically flies up and down. Awesome, like that. What I like about this series is especially the other feature is the hand. Now most plushies do a decent job, but this one takes it to the next level. You can actually distinguish between each hand and fingers. So here are all the fingers and here's the thumb. Awesome, just like on the other side. Other ones, they tend to just have his fingers and say congratulations, that's all you're getting, which is more or less the Sonic that I tend to have on review. It's not bad, it's just this is more, I guess, mass produced, and this one is just like, well, let's put a detail. You even go the extra mile and just give it that embroidering effect of the little grey, just to give that other effect. Awesome, I love that. You have his chest, so fluffy. You have his legs, you have his socks. They don't have to do it, but they actually made it emphasize where the socks there. You have his standard obligatory shoes, awesome there, and they have like a cupboard at the bottom, so if you want you can make him stand, which is awesome. There is Tails Malprower, which is awesome. He looks kind of, I'm falling over. There you go. Now, like I said, there were 5. All of them are exceptionally well, except 1 or 2. Really depends. And there's his obligatory little. I just want to show you guys. So yeah, that's Sega Prize Europe. I'm gonna probably call it that. Towels. Sega Prize Europe plush review. For those who care. So yeah, this is definitely something worth basically picking up. I highly recommend it, especially if you're not into collecting plushies and you just want to collect 1 or 2, just to, you know, bounce off the idea that you enjoy Sonic as somebody who's into the fandom. So this is definitely something to pick up in the series, all of them in particular. Any so not so much. You can check out the review for that. I'm not super heavy on that in terms of cool factor. It's still great. It's just, you know what I mean. It's great, but not great. I don't know. That's my sound argument. I got the whole set for about $150, so $30 a plushie. Definitely worth your weight in gold and money. Get it, as I said, why not? I'm pretty sure they sell them. You can buy it from most places like Amazon and eBay. They still sell them. As far as retailer stores in Australia, they don't have it. In any other country, you'll need to check your local gaming store. My guess, of course. But yeah, in terms of variety, 2 stars out of 10, simply because you can still pick them up, of course. But as they stop making them and whatnot, their rarely will definitely go up. Definitely a must keep plushie in my personal opinion and whatnot. Anyway guys, thank you so much for checking out this review, and tell me what your thoughts on this. This guy is actually bigger than Sonic himself. So much for being age, you know. Well, technically it would make sense if you're... Okay, that just looks wrong. That just looks wrong. Anyway guys, thank you so much for checking this review. Speed on and take care.